Okay, so this is my third time trying this video. Uh, First time I got almost to the end and I ended up getting a phone call. Second time my phone froze at the beginning, so I had to restart my phone. And this time, hopefully, no interruptions. This is the WWE 2K16 roster. The entire roster has been revealed. But, this is pretty much me letting everyone know, hey, this is the roster, and a little rant, because the roster is not as good as what it could have been. In terms of way too many legends being in this game to fill up the 120 slots. And, some of it just does not make any sense to me. I feel like they just kind of didn't really think before they put people in the game on what it was going to affect the current roster. So, let's get into it. And also, again, with the 120 characters, well, pretty much I'll get to it after I reveal the roster. So, here it is. Booker T, Colonel Mustafa, Emma, Eva Marie, General Adnan, Kalisto, Kane, Lord Steven Regal, Sankara, Summer Rae, Tamina, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, Bad News Barrett, Paige, Finn Balor, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, Brie Bella, Brock Lesnar, Goldust, Heath Slater, Hideo Itami, I have no idea how you pronounce that, Jack Swagger, Kevin Owens, Adrian Neville, Nikki Bella, Ric Flair, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, Stardust, Sting, Tyler Breeze, Ultimate Warrior, Zack Ryder, John Cena, Alicia Fox, Bam Bam Bigelow, Big Show, Cameron, Cesaro, Darren Young, Diamond Dallas Page, Dolph Ziggler, Finlay, Kevin Nash, Layla, Lex Luger, Miz, Naomi, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Titus O'Neil, Tyson Kidd, Aiden English, Andre the Giant, Batista, Chris Jericho, Curtis Axel, Edge, Eric Rowan, Fandango, JBL, Luke Harper, Randy Savage, Natalia, Rick Rude, R-Truth, Ryback, Santino Marella, Sergeant Slaughter, Simon Gotch, Stephanie McMahon, The Rock, The Undertaker, Billy Gunn, Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Cactus Jack, Christian, Damian Sandow, D'Lo Brown, Dude Love, Farouk, Aku, Honky Tonk Man, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jim Neidhart, Kama Mustafa, Ken Shamrock, Mankind, Paul White, Rikishi, Shane McMahon, Shawn Michaels, Vader, Vince McMahon, X-Pac, Baron Corbin, Big E, Bray Wyatt, Brian Pillman, Colin Cassidy, Enzo Amaro, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Kofi Kingston, Connor, Mark Henry, Mikey Whipwreck, Ricky Steamboat, Rusev, Savio Vega, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, Sting 99, Sting Blonde, and Stunning Steve Austin. Okay, so 120 characters. I unfortunately got my hopes up on expecting a good and excellent roster. This is average. This is pretty much 120 characters, but pretty much what you get with like a 60-plus roster. Something that you would get with 2K15. A small handful of current superstars and the rest being legends that, to me, would never get used. You know, and I'm not saying that legends are bad. You know, I totally respect everybody in every legend, but I mean, it feels like they didn't really think about it. Because, I mean, they only have 2/3 of New Day and half of the Ascension. When they could have taken Stephanie McMahon Helmsley and make it an attire instead of a separate character. Same thing with Sting 99 and Sting Blonde. Put it with the regular Sting, today's Sting, and just have it be attires instead of being its own separate character. Same thing with Dude Love and Cactus Jack and Mankind. Could have just made Mick Foley and then have those all be attires. Stunning Steve Austin. I mean, how many people are going to use that version of Steve Austin? I don't even use the original Stone Cold Steve Austin in my video, in my current game. So why make two of the same guy as a character only to... It doesn't really make sense to me. Big Show, Paul White. I mean, double characters after they said that there wasn't going to be duplicates. It just does not make much sense to me. I get that they did put some NXT guys in, which is great, good for the NXT guys to get their recognition, but it seems like the current roster and some of the NXT guys had to take a back seat to these legends. So, I mean, some of them could have been attires, and then you could have added in other things. You could have put in the other half of the Ascension. You could have put the last member of New Day in. And to be honest, they didn't even announce John Cena. I mean, yes, he is a given, but IGN didn't release him as a character. 2K Sports did on their website. I just feel like there's way too many legends to fill up 120 slots. I mean, even the Divas didn't really get that much attention. I mean, Layla retired last year, and she's in the game? Doesn't make sense to me. Santino Marella either was fired or retired last year, and he's in the game. Okay, that's a little strange. Batista, he left last year, so it doesn't make sense to put him in the game when he hasn't even been there this year. I mean, you could have put AJ Lee in over Layla. I mean, that would have made a better, somewhat of a better Divas division. I mean, the Divas division on this game doesn't even... 120 characters, and they couldn't even put enough Divas in to make something. I mean, Emma, Eva Marie, who isn't even wrestling. She got in due to Total Divas. That's it. I don't think I've ever seen her in a wrestling match except for its Survivor Series of 2014. Or not 2014, but 2013. Summer Rae. You know, okay, fine, whatever. Paige. Right now, I'm pretty much the only good diva to have up in there. I mean, you could have put AJ Lee and Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte and had a better Divas roster. Natalya, I can't even remember the last time I seen one of her matches. Doesn't really make sense to me. Just all of these legends, and some of them are duplicates after they said no duplicates. I mean, that is false advertisement right there. I mean, Vince McMahon, I'm probably not even going to use him unless he's a current superstar, and even then, it's a big if. Shane McMahon, I might use him if he is current and not the whole 1999 thing. Hopefully he's a 2003, maybe a 2009 version. Shoot, even 2006 version would be fine. But I mean, how do you do half of the Ascension and not put the other half in? It did not make sense to me. I mean, so much space for an awesome roster was just used for current or for legends. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know, maybe I was expecting too much from the game and expecting them to have an awesome roster when they announced 120 characters. But I don't know. I mean, maybe... comment, tell me what you think of the roster. In my opinion, it's... okay. I mean, I feel like they built up this hype, and they built up weeks of revealing the roster, and it was going good until the last two announcements, and then it was like, screw the current roster, let's put a bunch of legends in just to put them in. I mean, I don't know, tell me what you think. Do you like the roster? Do you hate the roster? Let me know.